Question: are no spend days actually worth the effort? Let's talk about this. Back in a minute. Thursday, how you doing today? The question begs, are no spend days actually worth the effort, worth the bother? We hear this term a lot in the frugal community. No spend days. Does that mean that on purpose you don't spend things that you don't need to buy things on those days? Does that mean that? Kind of, sort of, yes. Okay. Does that also mean, well, when that no frills, listen to me, no spend day period is up? Let's say that you designate a weekend. I'm going to declare this a no spend weekend. The whole weekend goes by, you don't spend a dime. Well, that's nice. But then comes Monday and you make up for lost time over the things you didn't spend over the weekend, maybe plus some. The whole idea of the no spend is really, it's sort of like a period of time of discipline. It's like when you make up your mind to, let's say, avoid a certain food that you know is not good for you. And on purpose, that's what you do. And then at first, it may seem really like so really difficult. And then as time goes by, because of your great efforts, it gets a lot easier. So it doesn't mean, well, okay, I'm not going to spend any money over the weekend. And then comes Monday, I'm going to make up for lost time plus some. No, 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 no. Really, the idea of a no spend, again, is the idea of discipline and to figure out another way. This puts us in a position, let's say that you on purpose have a no spend weekend, but you still want to have a nice weekend, right? So you want to figure out low cost or zero cost ways to have fun and enjoy some free entertainment. Things that don't cost you a dime. It really forces us and causes us to think in a different manner, to think outside of the box. So between the discipline and thinking outside of the box, I say the no spend. I keep mixing up with no frills. Excuse me. No spend periods of time, whether it's a no spend weekend or a no spend week. Okay. I do have difficulty with the concept of a no spend month. Why? Well, that's fast approaching. And some people do it habitually year in and year out, and they usually choose January. I mean, I get it. I get the idea. I get the reasoning why people do that because they probably more than likely overtly spent in the month of December and in all probability, probably November as well. The holiday season, let's put it that way. So then comes January, then all of a sudden, we're just going to shut down and not spend. I don't know if I personally, I'm not saying or putting down the people that do it. If you do it and it works for you, amazing. But myself personally, I like to keep things more or less at an even keel. That's why I make sure during the months of November and December, I do not go overboard. I don't think I like the idea of having a no spend January. To me, that sounds a bit much. That's me. I'm just saying for myself, Jan. Like I said a minute ago, if it works for you, it works for you. That's amazing. But why do we have to have this like all or nothing mentality? Why can't we learn to be disciplined, reasonable, and sort of in the center of things? For me, it works. I don't know. I don't know. Some people are happier, I guess, in that way. Whatever works. But in general, are no spend days worth it if they're done right? If they're done right. That's what I was trying to explain. Let's pretend you had a no spend weekend. You didn't spend the dime. Great. Yay. Okay. Except for necessities, of course. That's implied, by the way. Except for necessities, of course. However, then comes Monday, you make up for lost time and then some. Was it worth it? I don't think so. So we have to figure out a way. We have to figure out a way to be able to say no to things and just increase our muscular strength in the distinguishing of a want versus a need, or a need versus a want. You see where I'm going with that? That's really the crux of the matter, distinguishing the want and the needs. And once we do that, it's smooth sailing. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Come back at 2 o'clock for my longer form content. Have an amazing day.